You're watching SEC Softball presented by Regions Bank. And we welcome you to the Bluegrass State here in Lexington, Kentucky. We're kicking off senior weekend for the Wildcats. It's game one of their final series of the regular season, and it's an important one, playing host to number 4 Texas. And hi, everybody. So glad you could be with us. I'm Krista Blanc alongside two-time national champ at Oklahoma, Aaron Miller. And Aaron, I feel like we say this every SEC series, but this one definitely has great importance to both of these teams.
It's grind time, baby. We're at the end of SEC play. Both of these teams battle-tested throughout this entire year, and I think both of these squads playing for a little bit different fire. I mean, Texas has been road battle. They've been tested this week, a couple bumps in the road, and Kentucky, a must-win for them. They're trying to maintain that 500 record on the season.
Well, you're right. Number 4, Texas, they have definitely been tested this week. A very tough turnaround.
Yeah, they go to Georgia. They had that Saturday, Sunday, Monday series, turning around, coming back home. They didn't get to Austin until Tuesday at 2 in the morning before facing a rival in Oklahoma State. They took a 5-0 blow, a 5-0 loss, which was a tough midweek L for them, and then having to quickly turn it around to come to Lexington.
Yeah, not much sleep for Coach White and his staff. And on the other side for the Wildcats, a team that had a lot of injuries early, so they've been a little behind.
Yeah, some bumps and bruises early for this team, and they've had to figure it out along the way. The thing that sticks out to me, the must-win for them to stay above 500 is the fact that this is a squad that is used to making the NCAA tournament. 16 straight seasons, they have gone to the dance, and it's all on the line this weekend. They've got to have 2 wins to do it.
They do. It's just a little extra pressure, as if anybody needs that this time of year. And in the circle, getting the start for the Wildcats, it's the freshman, Abby Hammond. And we were kind of wondering, we weren't totally certain who Coach was going to go with, and the freshman's going to get this start.
Yeah, I was curious just who we would see getting the ball here early for Kentucky. We mentioned the injuries that the Wildcats have faced, a few of those coming for their pitching staff. Both Haley Nutter, a right-hander, had a foot injury, just recently became available. Carson Fall, also another arm that had battled a little bit of bumps and bruises for them.
Yeah, it's so difficult when you're expecting to have a starter and then you don't. As we see the lineup for Texas, and they'll lead things off with Caden Henry. She brings some speed. This team in stolen bases, 21 of them, and she's leading the SEC in that category. A lot of speed, a lot of lefties. They have quite a mixture, especially at the top.
It's interesting you bring up the lefties too, because just looking at Hammond's split between righties and lefties. Lefties hitting .316 off the freshman arm, righties hitting .278.
First pitch, just missing outside. What are we going to see from Abby Hammond?
You're going to see her work both sides of the zone. Just taking a look, I'm looking over here at the heat map. She hammers low at the knees. She's able to shave the corners of the strike zone well. It's going to force Texas to have to see the ball deep in their stance, not chase low and away.
We'll see her at the plate as well. She's got a very solid bat, and for a first-year player to not only be a pitching starter in the SEC, but to be able to do both, really impressive. And there's a big swing and a miss after the 2-0 start to Caden Henry, the junior from Dickinson, Texas. Coming in, hitting .400. Catching the outside corner for strike 2 on that one. And she leads the team, 15 doubles for her, so she's got some pop in her bat as well.
A lot of speed at the top of the order for Henry. 21 stolen bases in 22 attempts.
Really impressive.
I think for her, just looking year over year in her junior season, she had 14 walks her freshman year. Bettered that at 16 her sophomore year, where she's almost doubled that in her junior season. 27 walks. She has been so elite with the eye at the plate this year.
just maturity, just getting a feel over the years and bringing more experience up there?
I think too, just knowing the threat of her speed, when she's able to really shrink the strike zone down and even take a free bag. What she can do 60 to 60 feet is so important for this team.
Coach White told us about her working on her strength this year. So you're going the opposite direction. And out and left, not able to handle it was Oni. And there's the speed making her way, standing to third.
And that is going to be an error on Oni in left field. Again, you're seeing the speed on display here for Kaden Henry, what should, I think, be caught. I mean, this is on your own field. You know exactly where you are in time and space. The jumping attempt there from Oni, but that ball needs to be caught, especially top of the order. Now you got to turn around and face Katie Stewart, one of the most devastating bats in this order, with a runner on third base.
Comes back with a strike for the first pitch to Stewart, junior from Frankfort, Illinois. Comes in a career high hitting .466. Look at those numbers, and a career high home runs for her as well with 22. Crowd wanted that one as well. 1-1 though the count. Stewart, 5th in the nation with that home run number. And finds the gap. A quick first score for the Longhorns as Henry makes her way across the plate. So Stewart getting it done.
This is just such an elite swing. You know, it's so easy for us to talk about the home runs, 22 on the year. She's bettered those offensive numbers season over season, but it's the fact that in this situation, she's able to keep the short swing. She's able to punch something through the dirt. Situational execution is so big.
Yeah, I would think with that sort of ability with such power, you might want to do that every time, but right there, really, it was not needed to bring the run across. As Coach Lawson's going to go out to the circle, bring the team back together. Obviously, a team like Texas, you don't want to get too far behind. You want to regroup coming in, and she's really been able to keep the team focused and not thinking about, we've got to get a win in this series.
Yeah, this is definitely a team that has had to figure some things out. We mentioned the injuries, we mentioned just the outage that they've had in their starting order, and freshman getting the start here early. 2 batters face and already a run up on the board for Texas. Right there, just a pulse check of, hey, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Let's press the restart button here.
No outs. Here is Martinez. Vivi Martinez, they are happy to have her back. The junior, out all last season injured. Coming off of SEC Player of the Week honors. Did a phenomenal job in their series win against Georgia last weekend.
She's been really steadfast for them in the 3-hole, kind of quietly does her job. She is a quiet leader. I mean, not a very loud player, but one of those that just consistently steps up when it's needed. The connective tissue in this 1 through 9. I mentioned how pivotal she was for them against Georgia. So clutch.
Good eye and patience, letting that one go. 2-2 to Martinez. Fouls that one away. '61 starts back in the 2024 season and was a second-team All-American that year, and again out last season. Looks like she picked up right where she left off, if not even better. Hard shot, and again finding the gap between short and third, and that'll bring Stewart to second. So immediately bats hot for Texas. Here at John Kropp Stadium, perfect conditions, really. A little bit breezy, but 76 degrees. They're expecting some rain. We've been holding it off, and thankfully it's listened to us so far. So 2 on and no outs as Abby Hammond kind of assessing the situation. The freshman with the start today, her 7th on the season. Here is Reese Atwood, one of the 6 seniors for Texas. They've got a nice mix of experience and youth. A few transfers that have come in as well.
There's so much talent in our game, but there's just a few players that personally, as an analyst, 10 years covering this sport, that I just love to watch do their thing. Reese Atwood being one of those, just an ultimate professional on the field, an absolute stud.
It's the big swing for strike 1. Not only what she does with her bat, but also behind the plate.
Oh my gosh.
She's impressive defensively. There's the RBI number. She's the NCAA active leader with 271 RBIs. They would love to see her get 272, maybe even 273 here if she can.
Off-speed pitch there from Hammond, didn't get that call, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know where that missed, especially against a bat like Atwood. You need that call.
You got that right. You don't want to give her much. Fouls that one away.
True ownership in her game. You know, I'm looking back at my notes just over the years covering the development of this young woman. I mean, the walk-off home runs, the clutch picks, it's the tag outs at home plate. Like, there's just a total ownership of her play from the first time she stepped foot at Texas to now.
That was a huge pitch right there from Abby Hammond as Atwood gets caught. Watching that one change and curve.
Talk about ownership. Hammond taking this. This is an off-speed curve. You can see it flick out the back of the hand. Rolls over the release of that pitch, a really nice spot, and catches Reese Atwood, the 4-hole for Texas, looking.
First strikeout and the first out. Brings up Leanne Good. She'll take the first one for strike 1. And it's a play like that that I would think could build some confidence for Hammond in the circle. There, the numbers for Leanne Good. Another senior from San Antonio, Texas.
Both her and Reese recently getting a golden ticket.
That's pretty exciting, I would think.
Yeah, for Athletes Unlimited League.
They'll be heading into the draft, continuing their careers. That one misses on the inside, 2-1 to Good.
Speed, yeah, again, 53. We're seeing her split about 8 to 9, sometimes 10 miles an hour differential from the hard drop to the off-speed curve.
Inside, sends it down to Donaldson, trying to turn it, and she gets it. Big double play for the Wildcats to get out of that one. And see what they can do with their bats as we head to the bottom of the first.
SEC Softball is presented by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC.
The Wildcats coming off of a huge win. It took some extra innings to get it done, but against number 25 Louisville on Wednesday. How about 10 innings in that one? And how about a record 25 hits, Aaron? If you wanted to see some offense as a fan, you were getting it in that one.
Oh, and talking to Coach Lawson, she feels like this team is starting to turn it on at the right time. No better time than now. Backs against the wall, the end of their SEC stretch before they turn around and host the SEC tournament, and they got to have 2 wins the remainder of the way in order to get a 500 season.
Tegan Caban, junior for the Horns, will get the starting nod in the circle. She's had an impressive season so far. The junior coming off of Most Outstanding Player Award last year in the Women's College World Series. Of course, the Longhorns winning the title last year. But how do you come back and do it all again, right? And keep your focus and not maybe overthink things. And that's something, I think it's a mind game, Coach said sometimes with her out there. First one across. What does she do well?
She does a lot of things well. You're going to see her work the screw, the rise. I'll tell you, though, what's been on fire for me lately and watching her has been the off speed.
A little bit inside, Sleeman gets underneath it. Altmaier gets the start in left for out number 1. A little bit of a change for Texas in this one from their game on Wednesday against Oklahoma State.
Past 2 weekends, specifically against Georgia and Oklahoma, I thought that her ability to pull the string, mixing speeds, I mean, you have to do that to have success in the circle, but she does it to a level that's just elite.
She certainly does. That one comes across. Coach said if she hits her locations, she's one of the best, if not the best.
It's as
out
easy
there.
as that, right?
Yep.
Just hitting the locations, that's it.
That's right, piece of cake. Allie Blum, the sophomore, watching the second one go by for strike 2.
He did stress that, though, with us, with this pitching staff. He said, we have to be better at hitting locations.
Yeah.
The home runs, the big swings that they've given up that have been game changers has been missed locations. That's it.
Yeah.
You just can't miss against big swingers. These are elite arms in the circle that he knows and is confident in their ability to hit those spots. And when they have missed, it's been at a big cost.
It has definitely been costly. Caban comes in 15-3 on the season. And the first strikeout of the day, that's 155 on the season for her. And out number 2.
That's the off speed that I was bragging on. It's filthy. It's just enough. And I think I see her, I know I see her throw this at a couple different speeds. That one coming in at 59. I've seen her get into the low 50s. It's wicked. It's hard to time up. You have to have a game plan against it, especially with 2 strikes.
Very difficult to emulate. I'm sure, I know that Coach Lawson said they really worked at the plate this week. It was a short week because of the Wednesday game and a late game for them, but they had to do some work knowing they'd probably face her maybe a couple of times. This is outside. 2-0 to Peyton Plotz, junior from right here in Lexington. She's been a really solid leader this year for the Wildcats. Takes that inside pitch and fouls it back. She's one of just 3 players that have been in the same position all season long defensively. Like we talked about injuries, that means a lot of players playing out of position. It's been a lot of juggling and changes for Kentucky. And Coach says, you know, no excuses. Things happen, but
yeah,
they've had to make adjustments in all areas.
She started all 51 games for this squad. What a mainstay in this order. You mentioned the leadership, too. I think Plotz is a junior, really steady in the 3-hole for this team, and there's been a lot of moving parts. Defensively, offensively, again in the circle for Kentucky, but for Plotz, she has been that mainstay. She's been steadfast for this squad, been so important to Coach Lawson and this group.
Yeah, not trying to do too much, letting it come to her. Settling in as a junior and gets a nice shot there, but perfectly played by Henry out in center field. And so 3 up, 3 down for the Longhorns. They'll get another chance with their bats after this. College World Series coverage begins May 28th on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. It's not far away, and all the coverage will be right here. As we take a look at the SEC standings, wow, the competition has just been incredible. And just a couple of weeks left, the SEC tournament will be right here on this field, final campus site. But, you know, Texas had high hopes to potentially take the regular season, and Coach White said, look, it's not going to happen this year, but we still have everything else ahead of us and other goals that they can achieve. And he's trying to refocus his team, especially after the loss, a ranked team in the middle of the week. Said they weren't quite there, but, you know, refocus, look at the things that they need to work on.
I appreciate his approach. He said a few things, some one-liners on our call earlier this week that I loved. It's not about how hard you fall, how far you fall.
Yeah.
It's about how high you bounce back. I loved that.
I did too.
And the other one that I loved and I highlighted in my notes was you never lose when you learn.
Yes.
It's like, man, I could apply that to life.
He said we were learning a lot this last weekend and week too. They were struggling a little. And Hannah Wells, the freshman, also a pitcher for the Longhorns. Gatorade National Player of the Year last year, coming in out of the state of Texas. And she'll take the walk. Good patience for her.
Left fielder number 44, Kaya Altmaier.
There's Kaya Altmaier, senior from San Diego, California, transferred in this year from Arizona, was a starter her entire career there. And a good comeback pitch by Hammond. Altmaier, an All-Big 12 second teamer last year at Arizona. And lets that one go, catching the outside corner. Hammond up with the 0-2 count. Yep, and they'll say she got her. Second strikeout for Hammond. And we're looking ahead at next week's featured softball matchup right here on the SEC Network and ESPN app. have the series finale between number 2 Alabama and number 9 Tennessee. That's Monday night coverage beginning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium in Knoxville. I cannot wait to see some of these final series matchups to determine which teams are going to be, how they'll be seeded for the SEC tournament. And they'll make their way back here in a couple of weeks.
See Aaron Earlywines just behind J.C. Nichols there in the mouth of the dugout. He joined Texas this season as the associate head coach, offensive specialist.
A little chopper and trying to flick it over. That was Blum, but just not enough under it. They're going to give the base hit to Nichols.
This is the brains behind this offense. A heck of an addition for Texas. Was at Ole Miss in 2024. He was there when they took their first trip to the Women's College World Series, was the head coach for 11 seasons at Mizzou. Made the Women's College World Series 3 times there. I mean, just a legend within the sport and a massive grab for the Longhorns as he joins them this season.
What an incredible addition to be able to bring someone with that kind of experience. As Adea Wallace is going to pinch run for Hannah Wells on second. But you add somebody like, he likes to have individual meetings with the players. Right now it's not easy to find time to do those because they have had quite the schedule.
That was a big push for him in some of the days they had this week.
Shot over and out to center field, and it's handled by Riddell.
A very systematic approach to hitting and really focuses on that tailored one-to-one coaching.
There's Adea Wallace, junior pinch running. Her 27th game appearance. And back to the top we go with 2 outs and 2 on. Emmert behind the plate, nice job smothering that one.
I think Henry a good example, and Stewart too as well, of spending that one-on-one time with Coach Earlywine on what could be elevated this season. For Henry, was using that speed at the top of the order, taking the free bags. Mentioned Shimmer's almost doubled her walks this year already. Still a lot of season left for this team. It's just that strategy, the system, the brains, the data that Coach Earlywine and this coaching staff digs into to prepare this squad for the long haul.
You're right about that. Boy, a hard shot to Clark at short. That's going to score 1. And across the plate, it's Wallace. They're going to say an error to Clark. Boy, I don't know, Aaron. That was a tough one to handle.
Flip a coin on this. This is a one-hopper off the heel of the glove of Clark. And you can see the sun. You've got a shadow cutting right across that field. You can see it right there. And the fact that that took a really hard hop, had a little English on it, and finds its way to the green.
And she also had the runner coming through almost at the same time.
That's tough.
The 26th error for Kentucky. Clark's been a staple at short. She's another one of those, though, that really has been in that same position.
Addie Clark, a senior for this squad, one of the seniors that are going to be celebrated this weekend. Looks like we may get a change in the circle.
Yep. Coach Lawson out.
Waiting with bated breath on who it's going to be.
Who it's going to be. I think the team's feeling the same way, I think.
Mention the injuries, too, that this staff has had to kind of patch together a game plan with.
So there will be the pitching change. It's going to be Mackenzie Oslanzi. We'll let her get warmed up. We'll be back right after this. back in Lexington. Top of the second, and the pitching change, Mackenzie Oslanzi, the junior, will step into the circle. She comes in with a 4-6 record, and this is her 31st game this year. The transfer from Eastern Illinois. She's been a nice addition, though. Coach says she hasn't dipped into the transfer portal a lot, but she said she's really fit in very well.
Yeah, this was an important one for Kentucky. Battled an injury earlier this year, had surgery in the fall. She didn't have her first full bullpen until the end of January. Such a powerful arm that had to battle to get on the field to compete this season. Tight spin, she's able to throw low 70s.
Started with the 0-1 count to Katie Stewart. Some defensive changes as well for Kentucky. And the runner heads to second. And that was Caden Henry.
Rydell now over there in left field. Donaldson now in center.
Sleeman on third, and that's beautiful contact, bringing 2 across, and the stand-up double for Stewart. 6th double on the season.
Just gap-to-gap hitting for Stewart, already so impressive earlier in this game. 2 for 2, a single and a double. I mean, she can take home run hacks. We've seen it from her all season long with 22 home runs, but she also can hit for contact. She can keep this game small. She can fight for hard contact. That range, that ability to either pull and zone the game out or really focus and zone the game in. That is high IQ hitting right there. Great piece of hitting there from Stewart.
It feels like it just has slowed down for her, and she can just control it and do whatever she wants. There's Vivi Martinez. Singled in her first at bat. 2 down, and Stewart on second. Hard shot up and over Clark. And they'll say safe at home for Stewart. That throw very close, trying to pick her off, and
immediately Coach Lawson out of the dugout asking for the heads. Up here, blind view, looked like a phenomenal throw, a phenomenal
Kentucky's
tag from
challenging
Emmert.
play is safe at the plate. This play's under further review.
Hot shot just over the glove of Clark, and a strong throw from Rydell. I mean, again, from our vantage point up here, bird's eye view above home plate, it looked good. That's the right call.
Yeah.
That's the right call.
Yeah.
That tag was late. You can see Katie Stewart's leg slide under that tag just in time. You know, I was an outfielder, and I understand that you think that throw chest high to the catcher is going to get the job done, but you really, honestly, the ideal is that one hop. You're able to keep the ball low, close to home plate to get that tag. If that ball is thrown at the knees in a crouching position or even a one hop to home plate, I think that the call is out here. I mean, look how high that throw is. Takes the glove time to come down on the chest.
Yeah.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is safe. Kentucky's used 1 challenge. They have 1 remaining.
This is a game of inches.
Sure
I mean, it
is.
really is. And right there, if that throw is just maybe 6 to 8 inches lower, a foot lower, I think you have a different call.
But the right call. You said it. So 1 challenge remaining for Kentucky. And the first pitch taken by Atwood out to right field, and that is Platts for out number 3, but some damage with 4 runs coming across for the Longhorns. Cats got to get the bats going here.
great pleasure to present this golden ticket to your very own Longhorn, Reese Atwood. And again, my great honor to present this golden ticket to Leanne Good.
How about that? The double gold ticket. And just signifying the draft, their draft into the league. Some other golden tickets. A couple for Florida. Arkansas as well. So exciting. As first up, trying to use the speed, but not enough from Clark for out number 1. And there have definitely been some players from both of these programs that have continued to play and bring their game to the professional ranks.
So cool to see the growth of the game, too. I think about those golden tickets and the power of that, of seeing that on the collegiate landscape to help that fandom and pull those fans over to the next level. What Kim Ng has done for the AUSL has been so fun. We're starting to see the coverage grow as well across the ESPN networks, and that partnership has been an amazing addition. It's about time, right?
It is absolutely about time, no doubt about it. Abby Hammond started in the circle and moved over to first base, is up to bat. Freshman from right here in Lexington. Really built some confidence. We could see it. I mean, she's definitely has so much potential. Especially missing early on, being out in the fall with an injury. You're already probably feeling a little behind as a first-year player, and then you got to do a lot of catch-up. Swing and the miss. Second strikeout for Kavan. And these are this weekend's SEC Network feature baseball games. Couple of games. Game 2 is number 7 Texas A&M taking on number 21 Florida tomorrow, 5 Eastern, 4 Central, and then Vandy hosting number 4 Texas at Hawkins Field in Nashville. Good contact from Hamilton, but sends it foul with 2 down.
Their senior getting honored this weekend. Great group of seniors here for Kentucky as they celebrate all weekend long.
1 of 4 as one of their injured players, one of the captains, Lauren Borzilleri, listed as a senior, but has been out the entire year, so hopeful to see her back. But yeah, 4 seniors that'll be honored for this final series. And there you see Lauren. They've really missed, we talked about injuries. I mean, she was a starter all last season. She was at first base, has had a lower leg injury, and so they've missed her a lot. Hamilton watches that one. Didn't like it, but strike 2 the call. Off the end of the bat. Gets underneath it a bit, and Good takes care of it. 3 up, 3 down once again. We'll get a chance to catch up with the head coach, Mike White, when we return. watching SEC Softball presented by Regions Bank. Perfect conditions here in Lexington as number 4 Texas in town at 5-0, and this is the head coach, Coach White. And Coach, start from the get-go for your team. Were you pleased with how they got the bats going immediately?
Well, definitely, getting the deep fly ball there to start the game off and get a triple was good, but to leave some runners on bases wasn't best, but we were able to come back the next inning with 2 out and score 4 or 5 runs, so that was really good to see.
Coach, it's easy for us to talk about Katie Stewart and the long ball, obviously, but I think what's so impressive just in this game is her ability to focus it in on just hard contact, right? The singles and the doubles. How is she able to do that for you guys at the plate?
Well, it's just tracking the ball and getting the pitch speed down. It's like getting good pitches to hit, being on time, being on plane, and she's able to do all 3 of those things, and consequently gets the middle of the bat on the ball.
Easy.
So,
So easy.
It's
Thanks.
really easy.
You're giving us a good one. Thanks,
All right,
Coach.
welcome.
Coach White in his 8th season as the head coach for Texas and 9 seasons at Oregon. Great success there as well. 7-time Hall of Famer. He was a pitcher for a national team. Got to talk with him about the play behind the plate and what he liked in a catcher as well, and when he was out in the circle.
You mentioned his playing days. He actually played with Aaron Earlywine, who joined his staff. They had some playing years together.
That must be fun to add him to the staff this year. Slanzi came in last inning to take over for Hammond in the circle. There's Leanne Good. An 0-2 count.
Yeah, efficient start here for Slanzi. That to me, when you're facing a team like Texas, you have to take control of the strike zone early and often. Gives you the ability to go there, to start chipping away, nibbling on the corners. That's a nice curveball away from Leanne Good in the heart of this order for Texas.
Just missing on that one, but the right idea. Good thought about it. They'll say nope. Really much improvement from Leanne Good from last season to this season. Slug percentage in particular.
I remember getting a chance to chat with her during the Women's College World Series last year, just before that 3-game series for the championship. And last year starting to feel different for her, coming into her own, really taking ownership the last few years that she has left, right, in a Texas uniform. And I think that that's what has changed for her this year. And you see some seniors swing 2 different ways. Either they get tense because they know this is it, or they loosen up. And for her, she's settled in nicely.
I thought it was interesting. Coach White definitely mentioned several players kind of doing that for a little bit, trying to do too much, tightening up a bit and not just playing and letting the game come to them. And they've settled down some now. And I think the pressure maybe of feeling like, okay, we won a championship this season ago. Now we got to do this again.
Of course, especially being your first.
Right. Good shot, dribbler Blum at second. And that's out number 1.
Climbing that mountain, standing on the top, holding up the trophy, such a feat. And then you don't realize that next season, whether you want to admit it or not, you've got a target on your back, right? You're carrying the weight of that. And I think that Coach White has done a really nice job of trying to remove some of that pressure. We don't have to be who we were last year to succeed. Yeah, this team is having to maneuver a landscape being the reigning national champion for the first time.
You're right about that. I talked with the team about, they had a tough stretch last year in the season in which they won the championship. They said, we're going to run into those occasionally, but we talked about being where their feet are, and it's about the process, not always the outcome. Hannah Wells to the plate. walked in her first at bat, fouls that one out of play.
Nice hold on the rise ball, especially at 71 miles an hour. That pitch looks so sweet in a 1-1 count.
How about Wells not falling for it? Outside, 3-1 to Hannah Wells. 30-second start for Hannah Wells this year. She pitches as well for the Longhorns. Fouls this one out of play.
It's the first inning that Texas hasn't had a lead off on. You got to tip your cap to Aslanzi. Getting ahead of Leanne Good early in the count gives her a perfect setup to throw pitchers pitches. That's the goal, and should be right now for Kentucky, is to hammer the strike zone early. Force Texas to swing.
She will make her way to first. It's Sunday morning right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. We'll have the Men's Golf Championship from Sea Island Golf Club for the 25th straight year. 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 Central, with a match play format to determine the title. So much happening in April. It's almost May.
I feel like we just started softball season.
I do too.
How are we already
incredible.
Staring May in the face?
Really flies by. Altmaier watches that one for ball one. Struck out in her first at bat. Gets every bit of that. Sends it out though, and perfectly played. Donaldson in center for out number 2, and it'll hold Wells at first.
Well struck by Altmaier from the left side. This is the deepest part of the field, and a good drop step by Donaldson in center. Up against the warning track, able to make the grab. A couple changes have happened defensively out there. One of the injuries for Texas was their starting left fielder, and Maddie Anson tore her ACL in March during practice and is out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's so difficult. You think you have someone that's settled into a position, they've started the entire start of the season, and then have to shift people around. Nichols lets that one go for strike one. Freshman out of Durant, Oklahoma. Durant. Yes, I should have asked you first on that one.
Spoken by a true Okie over here.
That's right. Born and raised. That's right.
If you're a real Okie, it's
Durant. I get it. Those are the little things I love. I do love that. I like the game of Nichols too, this freshman. She's added a lot of tweaks and some new things during this season, and you said you got to give credit to Coach Earlywine and his hitting instructions. The chopper back to Oslanzi and tries to kind of flip it backwards.
It may have a little bit of an injury here too with Hannah Wells. Maybe existing, you can see the wrap or a brace of some sort under the pants.
It was Blum coming across to try to cover and kind of clipped her.
We're going to wait to see how this is scored. This is a ball up the middle of the field that takes takes Aslanzi to turn around to try and get that force, which was evidently safe.
Oh,
looks like maybe contact with that knee, yeah.
And then trying to tag her. Looks like she's going to stay on second.
They are going to rule that a single.
Yeah.
You mentioned Nichols, the freshman coming in, left side of the plate. Coach White describing her quick as a cat, a lot of speed.
Yeah.
It's like Lawson coming out to maybe have a check of the play at second.
And I certainly hope Blum is okay as well. I think she's awaiting our umpires, Perry Owens, Jose Chaparro, and Joe Havenhill. Trio today. Oh, it was an interesting play with Wells. She kind of slid and slipped off of the bag.
Kentucky's challenging to play second base is safe. That plays under further review.
They're going to take a look.
It looks like the foot does come off the base. It's interesting, though, it's with the push of that tag. You can see the grimace in Hannah Wells' face. She's trying to work through potentially some pain there. And the push of the tag pulls that cleat off of second base. So they're going to take a look at it.
Kentucky already losing one of their reviews
That
earlier.
would be the third out of the inning, too. This would get Kentucky out of the inning. Has to be definitive evidence to overturn this call. This call on the field is safe at second.
Going to take a look at the Hawkeye view and see if she was initially out. Boy, that was close.
Yeah, I think that's too close to overturn, but I think what's worth looking at is that tag as Hannah Wells was on the ground.
And Wells catching the top of the foot of Blum as well. Blum was definitely feeling it, laced the shoe up a little tighter.
After review, the call second base stands. Runner safe. Kentucky's used their second challenge. They have 0 remaining. Thank you.
Tough call for Kentucky on that one. And losing the challenge. But a close call. I think at this point, you're already down. And
gets you out of an inning.
It gets you out of the inning.
If that's overturned.
For sure.
Absolutely. All is well with Hannah Wells. The speed of Nichols testing this defense.
There's Ashton Maloney.
The unsung hero of this offense per Coach White, not talked about enough. How she handles her business at the plate kind of flies under the radar for this team. But a stud, has a true triple threat, can slap, can bunt, can run well. Really pushes defenses to make plays, just challenges the ball in the dirt with a lot of control of that barrel.
Two-one the count. Runners are going to stay. Emmert, nice job behind the plate again. Keeping that in front of her.
Well, a big at-bat here for Aslanzi because this is the 9-hole, right? You want to attack the bottom of this order before it turns over to some big threats.
Evens it up, 2-2. And he stays alive, fouling that one back. Hey, it's never too early, Aaron,
I love it.
to get your resume out there and let them know what you want to do in the future. I love that. Coach White, hope he sees this. There's some burnt orange trickled around the crowd here tonight.
Travel well.
Yep. I love it. Hey, that's great marketing right there. She's got a future. Full count, Maloney slaps it to third. Oh, and they'll say safe as Sleeman was just a little late with the throw, and too much speed from Maloney, and now top of the lineup with bases loaded.
Back-to-back legs for Texas here. First started out with the freshman Nichols, and now Maloney, the redshirt senior, forcing this Kentucky defense to be more urgent, just not in time with the speed of the 8 and 9 hole, and that turns things over to Caden Henry, who leads this team in stolen bases, 21 on the year. She's only been thrown out once. A true triple threat, can stand in and absolutely mash 6 home runs on the year.
Tough batter to face, especially in this situation, is just missing on that one.
1-2, knowing who you got on deck. Katie Stewart on deck, 2 for 2 day. Caden Henry's been on twice, but both via the error.
Stewart on deck. Off speed and a chopper to short, but making the, oh, they'll say no.
And there's no challenges left. Kentucky having to be okay with that call despite what they think. The inning extends. The high chopper, I mean, when you've got someone like Caden Henry, that type of speed, and you can bounce the ball in the air, you gotta wait on it to come down. Here's a great look from her crew, and she's safe. That's the right call.
Yep, certainly is. Stewart, and this time the force at second gets it done, but one comes across for Texas. We'll get a chance to catch up with the Cats head coach, Rachel Lawson, after this. Here in Lexington, it's a 6-0 lead for number 4 Texas over the Kentucky Wildcats. And we're joined now by the head coach, Rachel Lawson. And Coach, I know this isn't the start you wanted from your team. You've made some tweaks in the circle defensively. What's the message to the team right now? There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, you got to have better energy out here and better focus. We need to come out with more life on defense, and that way they don't have multiple runners on. But then on offense, we got to do a better job getting on time, string some stuff together.
Coach, I know this weekend is senior weekend. You've got a great group of seniors to honor. You mentioned they are as true blue as they come. What's it like being coaching that group?
You know, they're great. You know, they're very loyal. They do what they're asked. You know, they're keeping the group together, which is about all you can do right now. So really proud of the effort they're putting in and the focus and just the fact that they're Wildcats.
All right, Coach, thanks. Hope they can get the bats going for you here.
Yeah, me too. All right, go
Thank
Cats.
you.
See if they can flip this one around. You know, her team was down on their game Wednesday at Louisville. They were down 7-2 early on in that one. They continued to keep tying it up, forcing it into extra innings, and then finally took control of the 10th inning to get the win. You can't count them out. And Texas definitely said, we're not looking at their record. We know what they're capable of, but got to get the bats going.
I don't think the record really tells the story. That's a hot shot right to the glove of Nichols at third for a quick out. This has been a squad that, in my opinion, has had the toughest SEC schedule in the entire conference. I mean, the top 10 opponents that they have faced, both on the road and at home, it's been a gauntlet for this team.
It really has. It's up to the plate. This is Emmert with the swing and the miss. And there you see the results. They started off that lone win in SEC play against Auburn. After that, 7 now ranked series in a row against SEC opponents. I mean, that's how tough the SEC is, but it's all about when do you meet these teams, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, look at the names on that. And it feels like every year we talk about the strength of this conference, but truly this year I look at the players in the SEC, and it is just a handful, multiple handfuls of Women's College World Series contenders.
Emmert sends this one down. Nichols at third. And out number 2. Solid contact, but just couldn't get it past her.
And here you are at home needing to snag a couple wins, and you're facing the reigning national champion. I mean, that has been the order. That is a tall order for this squad all season long. And we talked to Coach Lawson about this, that the numbers, the record doesn't really tell the story of the strength of this team.
If they will have a bye week this next weekend, they will get things ready for the SEC tournament that will take place right here. That'll get started May 5th through the 9th. So an opportunity also, though, for Kentucky to maybe try to find some games if they can in the week, or if they feel they need them. It's a team, though, with injuries. They'd love to maybe get them here if they can, obviously. Donaldson, hard shot. Nichols is getting worked at third, but makes the play. 3 up, 3 down once again. Big play from Kavan in the circle. The bats again for the Longhorns after this.
Softball is presented by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC.
talking about the SEC champions, Oklahoma and Texas A&M a season ago, battling it out. And if it were to start today, this is where the teams would be seated as the top 4 teams get the double bye, 5 through 9, that single bye, and then you could see 6 teams that would kick it off in that first round of play. No gimmies, no matter where you are in that.
Oh, the fact that it's single elimination, you got to come ready to rock.
You definitely do. Vivi Martinez lets the first one go for strike 1. She's been exceptional, 2 for 2 in this one so far, and an RBI. Martinez, just a junior from the state of Arizona. Was an All-American in high school and was the number 3 recruit going to Texas. Oh, hard shot. Good reflexes by Oslanzi to knock it down. I'm really far away from that play, Aaron, and that scared me. I can only imagine how she feels.
Jump scare for you up here in the booth. This one is right back to the mound. She does get some glove on it. A little bit of leather deflects that over to Blum at second base. And for the 3rd inning, Texas with a leadoff on. Reese Atwood still looking for her first hit of the game. You know, it was interesting talking to Coach White. He did vocalize a little bit of frustration right now for Atwood at the plate. Struggling a little bit. You can see a little bit in her numbers.
Emmert losing it behind the plate. It allows Martinez to make her way to second.
But this is an athlete that it's a ticking time bomb for Reese Atwood. I mean, truly, 15 home runs on the year, almost 50 RBI, batting .363. It's like, okay, a little bump in the road here. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. She is so incredibly capable, sends this the opposite direction, but foul.
She applies so much pressure, too, in the box to arms. When you see her get set up, you can see she toes the line. She crowds the strike zone. I mean, the numbers just, they tell the story of the career of Reese at the plate.
Oh, really, all school records, 70 home runs, 271. RBIs. Was the catcher of the year last year and the Johnny Bench Award winner. And a 2-time All-American. Accolade after accolade. Good eye there. For ball 2. And into the dirt. And that'll allow Martinez to easily make her way to third. And just misses there. Atwood happy to take the walk. Sunday, the Rally Cap crew will break down the SEC baseball and softball weekend with highlights, analysis, and interviews. They'll also get you set for the upcoming week with a look at the best matchups. Coverage begins 6 Eastern, 5 Central right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. A lot to go over for that crew. No outs now with 2 on. And it's a pinch hitter. Taking Crabtree, freshman. just the 10th game on the season for Crabtree. One to Crabtree.
A big situation here for the pinch hitter.
Yeah.
There's certain things about our game that kind of gets me jazzed up, and it's these situations that I just come alive for. I'm like, you've got this opportunity, runners in scoring position. What are you going to do with it?
Oh, and trying to pick off, and they do. They at first looked at Atwood potentially going to second, and instead they catch Martinez trying to come across. Big D for the Cats.
Only 2 stolen bases on the year for Martinez. This is a called play, right? You can see that Atwood puts on the brakes, trying to draw a run down at second. They immediately cut off that throw for the stolen attempt at home. That is a very well executed play by Kentucky. A gorgeous tag by Emmert behind the plate.
Yeah, excellent work from Blum. And just throwing off Martinez enough to allow them to get the out. Crabtree still at the plate. I was just thinking when you were talking about that too, that just the opportunity for this freshman, this is just the 10th game that she's played in. You're coming in against a very good team on the road.
Yeah, you live for these moments as a freshman. You get the call to step in, had runners on the corners, less than 2 outs, and your name gets the call.
Off speed, trying to get it out over Blum, but not quite enough on it. So out number 2. That'll bring Hannah Wells to the plate.
2 outs, designated player number 13, Hannah Wells.
Couple of walks. Takes the first pitch, sends it out to Plotz, and it's out number 3. So Aslanzi and the Wildcats get out of that one. See if they can get the bats going, heading into the bottom of the 4th. All right, thanks very much, fans. We said there's some Texas fans in the stands. Lots of different types of fans.
The
Why
furry
not?
ones are the best.
Yep, they are the best. If you need some calming, if you need some not so calming, you bring the toddlers in. They're having a good time though.
Digging for gold a little bit.
Yep. See if the Wildcats have made their way to the top of the lineup again. They have struggled against Kavan. She has really brought it from the circle. They have not been able to get a hit so far. Sleeman lets that go.
It's been 3 up, 3 down the past 3 innings for Kentucky. They've just now made it through their order one time through. This is always the turning point, I think, for an offense. You face an arm once. What do you do the second time around? What changes can you make? How do you alter the approach? Bat goes flying. My goodness.
Very scary right there.
I've never seen that before.
Wow, yeah. Sleeman, I don't think Sleeman had either. I think she surprised herself.
Slippery hands, I'm not sure.
She'll get another chance, the 1-2 count. And a hard shot, she comes back and makes up for it. First hit of the game for Kentucky. That's the way to lead off.
It's exactly the way to lead off. Second time through the order, Sleeman finds this through the middle of the infield. This is a bat that leads the team in home runs, has 13 bombs on the year, but punches it through for a single.
Blum to the plate. And you would know this as a former player at Oklahoma and 2-time champ, just when you're facing a pitcher like Kavan, I would think it would take at least one bat, if not more, to kind of try to figure her out.
Totally, and I think Sleeman made a perfect adjustment there. You've got to keep the swing short. Got to take the game in bite-sized approach.
Hard shot, Martinez was trying to catch Sleeman. One away. Klotz will come to the plate. Biggest challenge this season so far for Coach Lawson, she said, has been for her team to just stay in the moment. So that's really been the message the last couple of weeks with this team, and to try to not worry about the score, what's happening, play your game. Try to relax, let it come to you.
It's tough when you've got a program that's one of the, has been and is still a top contender in the nation, accustomed to competing in the NCAA tournament. We mentioned the last 16 years.
Yeah.
This is a team that has danced.
They sure have. NCAA tournament for Coach Lawson in 19 seasons every year, but her first season taking over. 30-plus wins, 16 years in a row as well. As that one comes across for strike 2. A lot of Kentucky players that stayed in the state as well. They have a lot of blue pride, and they know the history of this program. Klotz, big contact there, sends that one out. 2-run shot, and the Wildcats are on the board. That'll get him fired up. Tenth of the season. The long ball for Klotz.
Well, this may be the spark that Kentucky has needed. This is a ball elevated. Kavan leaving this hanging. Let her high against a bat like Klotz. It's a matter of time. Now a 2-run shot. Her 10th home run of the year. And exactly the conversation we had with Coach White coming into this weekend, if there was one thing you wanted to see cleaned up with your pitching staff, it's making sure the locations are hit.
And especially that second time around. Kavan did not play on Wednesday against Oklahoma State, but she played significantly in the Saturday, Sunday, Monday series at Georgia this past weekend, and then it bled into this week on Monday. Gets a big swing from Clark on that one. Watches that one. Clark, a senior, the transfer a couple seasons ago from Oregon State. A player that Coach Lawson said she wished she had been able to coach her all 4 years. Just a fun player. And gets the swing for strikeout number 3. And we're looking ahead at next week's featured softball matchup right here on the SEC Network and ESPN app. We'll have the series finale between number 2 Alabama and number 9 Tennessee. That's Monday night. It begins at 7 Eastern, 6 Central in Knoxville. It's going to be a good one. It's 2 down. Abby Hammond up for Kentucky. Pitching the outside that time for strike 2. Hammond struck out in her first at bat. And watches that one for the 4th strikeout of the game.
They scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, no runners.
Something brewing here for the Wildcats. It's the 2-run shot for the Kentucky loyalist, Peyton Plotz.
Here in Lexington, and Kentucky with a couple of runs in their last at bat, make it a 6-2 ball game against the number 4 team in the nation, Texas. What a start for the Longhorns on the season, Aaron, but then you hit that SEC schedule and anything can happen.
Yeah, the heat's turned up in the last 11, 4-7 for their recent stretch. No panic though from Coach White. In the conversations he's been having with this team, there's no losing when you're learning. I think they've learned a lot in the stretch of their last 11. And you'd rather learn those lessons now than as you look towards the postseason run.
Yeah, that's a great point. The timing is important. And like he said, they have a lot of other things ahead of them. SEC tournament is one of the goals. They want to stay in one of the top 8 spots if they can nationally. They'd love to be a host for multiple rounds if they can in the postseason. There's a hard chopper to second, and Blum takes care of it. It was Altmaier for out number 1.
It was the speed of the next two, J.C. Nichols and Ashton Maloney, that ate up this defense back in the 3rd inning. Really, the next 3 hitters, a lot of speed. So hard to defend, and Kentucky had a couple errors already tonight defensively.
Texas has really looked sharp, though, from the get-go. I mean, they have not been hesitating or waiting on pitches. They had the bat swinging early on, and I think Coach has to be pleased with kind of their mindset and focus coming into this one.
Especially getting shut out on their home turf the midweek against Oklahoma State, a 5-0 loss. That was something that Coach White mentioned to us, is we just did not respond.
Yeah.
We could not turn it on at the plate. We could not figure it out. Bright spot was that Citlali Gutierrez in the circle looked really good despite the L. She was figuring some things out on the mound.
Yeah, finding a positive, obviously, and I've been so impressed in talking with both of these coaches. I think they've both had adversity in different ways, obviously, this year, but it's how you can focus your team, how you can keep a calming presence for them, help them get through those tough times. 57th pitch for Oslanzi, who stepped in the 2nd inning. 2-2 to J.C. Nichols. Texas, the graduation of Mia Scott a season ago. This is a player that Coach said she may not have the hitting numbers that Scott had, but she's definitely stepped in and added the slapping game, the short game.
The slap game was new for her this year.
Yeah.
Came in as a freshman, was only a lefty swinger, and has learned to fold in some short game, the bunt, the slap, pounding the ball into the ground, allowing her speed to really assist her play at the plate. 11 stolen bases on the year.
Sends it back to Oslanzi. And Hamilton, who's made her way back to first, gets out number 2. Kentucky's yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. And right now, 2 straight outs. Can they get it done here? Ashton Maloney steps up in the 9-hole. Good comeback from Oslanzi there. 1-1 the count to Maloney. Big season last year for her, hitting .415. So that one misses, ball 2. She led the team in hits, 93 hits for her on the season. See the pitching count for Oslanzi. Steps in, finds the gap. And using her speed, she'll make the turn to third. Oh, wow, how close was that? That throw, a good one, but the speed even better from Maloney.
Well, reminder, Kentucky out of challenges. So the speed of Maloney, never second guessing this ball, finding the wall, and she keeps the wheels on, rounding second, and here's the tight play at third, about as close as it gets to the blind eye. Wow. Saw some of the reaction in the crowd. Third triple this season.
Impressive, and really no hesitation. She was coming to third. I don't know if coach was telling her to or not, but she had decided she was going to get there. So 2 down, back to the top of the lineup. Caden Henry leads the SEC stolen bases. She started every single game this year. Consistently help lead him, and wow, right back at Oslanzi, and great reaction timing for her. Makes the play and gets out of that little jam. They'll see if they can get the bats going again. Number 4, Texas had the 1-0 lead, and then they really opened it up in the second, Aaron.
This is a team that started early. They came out swinging, had a game plan, and after being shut out in the midweek, I think they had something to say offensively. And then it was the 2-run shot. Peyton Plotz, Wildcat Loyal, gets them on the board, and potentially now a spark, a tender that they are trying to get to catch a flame here offensively for Kentucky. Still trailing by 4.
And we've got a new pitcher in the circle for Texas. Hannah Wells, we've seen her at the plate with the bat, and now we're seeing her pitching skills. See the numbers, 16 appearances. What does she bring to the circle?
She's got a wide range on the miles per hour. You can see the off speed at 57 all the way up to 70, but hammers low in the zone. She's going to be an arm that challenges the dirt, uses the defense, and just there gets the first strikeout of her appearance.
So good start for her.
Yeah, spinning the ball low in the zone. This is textbook. You can see tight RPM, moving away from the swing of Hamilton.
I think a big plus for Coach White and Texas to be able to utilize more than just Kavan, because they've had a long week and a tiring week and an opportunity to give some experience to Wells as well.
The challenge for Wells, per Coach White, is that she's elite that first time through the order, looks really composed and in control the first time she faces 1 through 9. It's that second time through the order where he's looking for her to really hold down the fort. So she's going to get a big chance here.
Yeah.
Not sure what the discussion is here from Coach White and the first base umpire, Jose Chaparro.
I didn't really see anything, so we play on. Alexa Riddell to the plate. Impressive contact, but foul on that one. She had a big home run in the 7th inning in that Louisville game Wednesday to tie it up 8-8. She's really been resilient at the plate.
There's the off-speed from Wells. Off-speed curve. Very similar release point. She tunnels that pitch with the hard drop ball that she can hit at 70 miles an hour. Makes it very hard and very deceptive to decipher those pitches.
Dribbler back to her, and she makes the play for out number 2. These are this weekend's SEC Network featured baseball games. A couple of game 2s, number 7 Texas A&M taking on number 21 Florida. Tomorrow 5 Eastern, 4 Central. And then it's Vandy hosting number 4 Texas in Nashville. 2 up and 2 away for the first pitches from Hannah Wells. And it brings up Ella Emmert. Good eye from Ella Emmert, redshirt senior, one of the captains for Kentucky. Coach talks about what a great mind she has, both on and off the field. Gonna be graduating human health and science major.
Yeah, described as a true blue athlete per Coach Lawson. One of the biggest gifts she's got is that mind. Incredibly smart, an elite catcher on the field. Been so committed to the growth and her strength during her career.
Yeah, I love that Coach said early on she didn't know for certain if she'd get a spot on the team.
Yeah.
But Ella redshirted, worked on her game, continued to get better and better every year, and just the hard work paying off. You just love to see it. And there's a shot, keeping this one alive for Kentucky. Their first hit of the game. It's not giving up yet on this. And a pinch runner gonna come in, Katie Hershey, freshman. So 2 on, and Hershey on first. And it was Emery Donaldson. The area of the lineup for Kentucky that Coach Lawson said they need to get flipped around. The top's been pretty consistent, been pretty solid, but it has definitely dropped off some as they've gotten to the bottom.
Ella Emmert, a big leadoff at first base. Reese Atwood salivating behind the plate. She's known for the blind pick, the no-look throw to either bag at the corner.
Keeping her eyes on the pinch runner, Hershey. As Wells continues to mix it up from the circle. And there you see it. And off the mark, but Maloney and right there.
I get Stewart crossed up a little bit there with Emmert in the base path.
Some numbers for Reese Atwood, so many accolades. And the swing and the miss and strikeout number 2 for Hannah Wells. Stewart got it done with D. We'll see what she can do with her bat. She's up next when we return.
Tonight, it's been all about the base-to-base, gap-to-gap hitting. She has been elite with timing at the plate, punching it on the dirt. This is a double in the gap. Been an absolute stud at the plate tonight for the Longhorns. Has been all season long, chasing a few records. Held none other than her own teammate, Reese Atwood.
I'd like to know the conversations that they maybe have about those numbers. Just impressive from both, but you're right. Career highs, records. It just needs one home run to tie Atwood's single season record. What a game she's had so far, though. Single and a double. Reese Atwood holds the record. Slonsy just catches the outside corner. Hitting .471.
Interesting pitch selection there, a 2-1 count. She's chasing low and away, almost out of the zone entirely.
Just such a difficult out. And then lays this one down. Saplio Slonsy off the mark with the throw, and Stewart decides she will stay. They're going to give the error.
That's the third error of the night for Kentucky defense. This is a check swing and an oopsie swing from Katie Stewart. Not only the miscue on the dirt, but then the miscue on the throw. Almost hits the first base coach over there for Texas.
Kristen Zaleski Good reflexes by her on first. She's over almost in the dugout now. She's like, let me step a little further away.
She's in her 4th year
Yep.
for Texas. Joined back in 2022. The assistant coach here was a former volunteer at Oklahoma.
Yeah. Coach Lawson going to come out to the circle. You're still in this at this point, right? Down by 4. A couple more at bats, and she's going to come have a conversation with our home plate umpire.
Make a change here in the circle, I believe.
Slanzi came in the 2nd. And gonna bring in Haley Nutter, the freshman right-handed pitcher. We'll let her get warmed up. We'll be back. Lexington, as Haley Nutter has made her way to the circle, the 5'8" freshman. As you see the numbers for her. 20 appearances, 7 and 4 on the season.
She had dealt with that foot injury earlier in the year. Just recently, the last few weeks, has been able to come back and be an impact arm for the staff. You're going to see her live with the rise ball up in the zone. Can hum it up almost to 70 miles an hour, but when she pulls the string, if she can land it right at the kneecap, she's going to have some success here against Texas.
She had a no-hitter in her first career start of this season, and the first freshman at Kentucky to have 2 no-hitters in their freshman season. We'll see what she can do here with the runner on first. Vivi Martinez. And finds the gap in the opposite direction, and that'll bring Stewart over to second.
4 for 4 day for Vivi Martinez.
Man.
4 singles. I mean, she just is, it's automatic. It feels like her ability to spray power all sides of the field. A short, compact swing. She doesn't overswing at the plate. I love that control, barrel control, and just energy control in the box. Keeps the game small, approachable.
Had a 4 for 4 game 3 in that Georgia series, the one in which they were able to win on Monday. And coming off of the SEC Player of the Week honors. And you can see why she's trying to emulate that here.
That's the off speed if she can locate it. Being able to use that tool specifically against a bat like Reese Atwood. Atwood had the strikeout looking back in the first. It was on the changeup of Hammond.
And she goes the opposite direction between first and second. Nice job by Potts to get it in quickly, though, and hold Stewart on third. Bats heating up for Texas with nobody out.
Well, we've been talking about opportunities for the freshman with Crabtree. She came up back in the 4th inning with runners on the corners. And it's the base hit from Reese Atwood that's now going to load them up for Crabtree. Only one out, excuse me, no outs now on the board for the freshman.
Ashton Maloney was loving that from the dugout. Did you see Crabtree? You gotta have a little fun out there as well, don't you?
I love the deadpan stare.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
I hope somebody clips that and puts it on social media.
They really
Surely that'll get clipped.
Everything is on camera now, isn't it?
You're never safe.
You're never safe.
Go ahead and clip this one
Yep,
too.
Yep. Love the senior. No pressure. To start for Nutter against Crabtree. First appearance for Haley Nutter in the circle. She got the start in their game on Wednesday against Louisville and didn't last, just a little over an inning, and gave up some hits and some runs, and they started shifting things around, but getting another chance here.
See, she's talking to herself right before the pitch is thrown. Too close to take. That's a massive strikeout for Nutter. Bases loaded. You get the freshman looking. This is a curveball low and away. You see the tight break, the tight spin, and the celebration from Emmert behind the plate. You just can't leave that in the hands of an umpire. You gotta get rid of that pitch to stay alive.
Another strikeout. Big swing from Wells, and it's foul. Yeah, Wells. 2 walks and a run. Nutter just missing on that one.
Looks like the same pitch that Crabtree struck out on. Curveball low and away.
And this crowd getting into it a little more.
You want that pitch if you're Nutter. Bases loaded. Meat of this order.
Patience from Hannah Wells. Stewart on third. Martinez on second, and there is Atwood on first. And a big swing into the gap. They score 2 and hold Atwood on third.
Nice piece of hitting here from Wells. She's able to see this curveball deep. She's not pull side. This is exactly where it needs to be hit, right center gap, and it's enough to get 2 more on the board. You see the dangerous Kendall Wells chasing history over there for Oklahoma. 34 career home runs through her freshman season. Not only what she's doing as a freshman being impressive, but for any athlete to come through our sport. I mean, we are truly witnessing history with that young woman.
Well, you've got that right. Freshman NCAA record.
Oh my gosh. You are kidding. One swing, one pitch. Are you kidding me?
Right on cue.
Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. I mean, it feels automatic with her, the composure and control that young woman has. Look at that program single season record, surpasses Jocelyn Allo, and does it as a freshman. I mean, to think about how much softball too is left to be played in the season for this Oklahoma team, and she's already got 35 home runs.
And now the bats just continue. Altmaier sends one out to left center, and two more come across.
Well, now it's in striking distance with an 8-run lead for Texas. They've only got to find 3 outs at the bottom half of this inning. It's a massive smack from Altmaier, her first base hit of the game, and it's an extra bagger. Left center field, hits behind the runners. You can already see in motion Reese and Hannah Wells reading that hit.
5th double on the year for Kaya Altmaier. And I think Nutter potentially gonna head out of the circle. And another pitching change. It'll be Hammond coming back to the circle. She got the start earlier this evening.
I think a portion of our sport a lot of people overlook is the fact that you could re-enter that arm. Right, we saw Hammond start this game. Her coming out of the game, we've seen 3 other arms in the circle. She's not burned. She's going to come in to try and finish this thing.
And she's definitely kind of seen what she's facing at this point as well, as she's stayed out there.
Oh, and now, you know, we mentioned the youth in this arm, a freshman that got the start here against the reigning national champion. And she's going to get a chance to try and find a couple more outs here to get them back in the dugout.
Get warmed up. Slanzi took over for her in the second. Her numbers from earlier, giving up 3 hits, walk, couple of strikeouts. So just 1 away. Altmaier on second. It's going to bring up J.C. Nichols. Nichols has been really good as well. First one across for strike 1. Caps need the defense to help them get out of this. They will have to get their bats going if they can. Off speed again, Nichols watching that one. Just missed on that one. 2-2 the count. And again, finding a gap. Perfect placement for Nichols. Another single for her, and she moves Altmaier to third.
This is the threat of the bottom half of this order, especially the bottom 3 hitters for Texas, is it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. The speed, the barrel control, they're able to punch things through the infield to set the table as this lineup turns over, and they just put pressure on the dirt. They force you to be perfect on defense.
Well, they do that. Really impressive consistency that they're getting from top to bottom of their lineup. Maloney chops it over to Blum, flicks it over to first as that's out number 2, but another comes across.
Well, an additional insurance run there in way of the run rule for Texas, now leading by 9.
Back to the top. Here is Caden Henry. Situational hitting for the Longhorns tonight.
Pretty good numbers.
Yes.
Pretty consistent team in all facets.
They really have been. And just from the start, no hesitation. They came in focused, ready to go. Whatever coach talked with them about since Wednesday, it has worked out. Now, so she did not swing, so 2-1 the count. And Emmert losing that. Pass ball. Three one. Nichols on third. Hard shot up the middle, and Nichols will come across. Henry with something on that one. And Texas is now batted around. It was Stewart that started it all.
Yeah, sometimes that last out, just the hardest to find here. Try to stop the bleeding for Kentucky. You got to do it against Katie Stewart.
She has really been on in this one. That went off.
You can see Stewart trying to time up this pitch. A couple off speeds, some different timing that Stewart's trying to put that foot down and get the barrel locked up with through the zone.
She wants that one back, maybe.
She wanted. Seen her chase a little bit low at the knees. Saw that during her last at bat. It's Nutter.
16 hits tonight. SEC record. The bats have definitely been hot for the Longhorns in this one. Stewart really patient at the plate.
Big pitch here for Hammond. Can't not miss over the strike zone with too much meat against a bat like Katie Stewart.
And she will make her way to first. Henry to second with the walk.
Vivi Martinez, a 4-for-4 day. Just keeps getting tougher.
Yes.
The next hitter that steps up, it
Yeah.
feels like just an impossible task to sit these Longhorns down. Seen 4 different arms. It's been a rotation through the circle for Kentucky. This has been a challenge for them all year with injuries, trying to piece together a defense and a pitching staff. Off speed, 52 miles an hour. Where they have seen success today in the circle, it's when they get ahead. When they attack Texas early in counts, they're able to set themselves up with pitchers' pitches. It's when they get behind that things start to kind of deteriorate.
Yeah, it bleeds over all the way around as the powerful swing from Martinez out to center, and Dobson there to make the play. But more damage done. 6 runs for Texas. One more chance here for Kentucky. For their 17th run rule win on the year. Unless the Cats can get the bats going, what a big 6th for them. 6 runs for the Longhorns. The bats have been hot though, Aaron, really from the start.
They have. This was a major response after a long week on the road, a tough loss on Wednesday to Oklahoma State where they were shut out 5-0. Well, they had something to say about that here in game 1 against Kentucky. And things starting to close in on the end of SEC play, right? Opportunities to make some adjustments before postseason run coming to a close.
Final series for the Wildcats. They'll get the bye week, and for Texas, they will head back home. They have 1 more to go, and it'll be another ranked opponent, Arkansas. We'll have 3 games with them, the number 6 team. It just keeps coming, but at least they'll be on their home field.
That's exactly right. Arkansas, very good year. They're putting together a heck of a team.
Hard shot, Sleeman the leadoff, and maybe not ready to give up just yet. Need more of those.
3 hits on the night for Kentucky. Well, Sleeman's got 2 of them. She singled back in the 4th, eventually came around to score. A really nice night for Carly Sleeman in the leadoff. Short, compact swing.
Shot to short. Martinez starts it, but they'll say nope. Blum, enough speed to get out of the double play.
With 1 out for the Cats, your right fielder, number 37,
Peyton Plotz will step up. Had that home run, the 2-run shot in her last at bat. She hadn't had a home run since March 1st. But perfect timing to lift the team a little bit. Reaches out for this one. And it's Henry reading it perfectly for out number 2. Longhorns 1 out away from that 17th run rule win.
Hannah Wells working well in the circle.
She has been. She stepped in last inning. Here's Clark. It's senior weekend for Kentucky. Try to celebrate that tomorrow in game 2. Maddie Clark, one of them. And the Wildcats going to have to find a way to get a couple of wins, though, as we've talked about. It happened to be at 500 in the regular season.
A takeaway here for Kentucky, too, is just controlling the pace of the game. It feels like at-bats and offensive innings for them just move quickly. It feels like Hannah Wells just in control of the rhythm of this inning early. And that really was the case even when Kavan was in the circle for Texas. And so if you're the Wildcats and you're looking at adjustments that could be made that are very well within your means of control, I'd be slowing the ball game down. Take back the rhythm of this game.
Yeah, good point. Sends this one to Nichols and makes the play. Third out and the win for Texas, number 36 on the season. They get game 1 here in this series.
Well, 2 more opportunities for Kentucky. I mean, they've got their work cut out for them. Texas, a heck of a run roll win here. Their 17th of the season, the reigning national champ, trying to capitalize on remaining opportunities through SEC play.
Wildcats will have to regroup here on senior weekend. 2 more games to go in this series, but that's going to do it for us. For Aaron Miller, our producer, Daniel Gibbons, and Seth Payne, our director, I'm Krista Blunt. So long from Lexington.